y'all. It's me, your girl Queen G here from the Chop Shop. Today we have a special guest, but first of all, I want to introduce our co-host,
DJ Jewel's up in here.
DJ Nesto, what's up?
and over here to my left, we got a special guest. He's all the way from the city of Angels. He's a content creator, an actor, entrepreneur, a director, a person of many talents. We'd like to introduce G Money.
Hey!
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So first off, we want to thank you for coming to be a part of our podcast and here in the Chop Shop.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, thank you. So what inspired you to become an actor?
Well, a lot of things, growing up, I got lucky. My dad used to work for like Sony Columbia Pictures, and I was a little kid, but I was always a talker, so I got kind of lucky. And we used to have these little walkathons, save the earth kind of thing, and I was able to meet like 90210, Party of Five.
Nice.
Fred Savage from the Wonder Years.
Yeah. Oh, that's my show,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Classic.
Oh, don't cry, bro. Hey,
Hey, Kevin and Winnie, bro.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was a boy right there. And, we just took some walks and had some good inspirational talks and stuff. And I was a little sneaky dude, so I went to the celebrity tent, and I ended up eating strawberries with Roseanne Barr and stuff like that.
Wow,
So,
dang.
so I got the itch real early, you know what I mean? And they just gave me some good words, and I got really inspired by it, And that's where I'm at, and I just trying to push that dream,
Hey, how was those strawberries?
Good. Hey, I had to eat them like this. If she want to take them, plate.
You gotta keep it on the low.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
There's something about that acting bug, bro. Like when you're just around the atmosphere, like just that environment, it's like, dang, it's so like addicting. You're like, man, then you get curious. Like you start watching the director, you start watching the producers, and you're kind of like, dang, there's just something about the acting thing that just gets everybody excited.
Yeah, and I always been like, I don't know, she's gonna bring it out, so I'll bring it out anyways. But I was always into the nightclub scene and things, and I used to DJ and promote all kinds of clubs all around LA and Inland Empire, and I was into the Rebel thing and all that,
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
the rebel.
Don't say it
Oh,
too loud.
man.
Hey, but times change, but so I went to the military, whatever, and that's where I first started pretty much. I was on a ship, I was in the Marines or whatever, and when we were on ship, we used to work out, me and my homie, pretty big, and one of the directors, they were coming up aboard because they were going to film this movie. It's called 1,000 Men and a Baby. You could probably see it now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a big movie, so they were like, hey, I like you, come over here. And I was like, all right. Got any acting experience? I was like, kind of, not really, though. Like everybody else, I bullshit my way through it. And he was like, yeah, I want to use you, So
Right.
pretty much used me in the gang of sets, and I was behind the set, doing all the fake helicopters that come down and all the cool little props and stuff. And I just learned my way around, the set. And there was this real big scene that I guess because it's about a guy that goes on a ship, and I guess he gets this Korean girl pregnant during the war, and he dies in the line of duty. So it ends up being the baby half Korean, half American. So they bring him back to America on the ship. So that's why it's called 1,000 Men and a Baby.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Okay.
there was this big scene where they're naming the baby after the ship or whatever. And I was supposed to be just saying the line like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like looking at the camera the whole time because how you get that itch, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, stop
Don't look
looking
at the camera.
Yeah, they're like, stop looking at the camera.
Act
Or
normal.
you see
Yeah.
people going like this, but their eyeballs are on the camera like that.
Yeah,
Stop looking at the camera.
So I say after like the 20th take, the director was just like, you know what, it's cool. Your face looks fine. Just leave it. They just left it, so I got blessing. And I got a good little cameo on there. So,
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Well, second of all, bro, we want to thank you for your service, in the Marines.
For sure. For sure.
It means it's a big part of what we are now.
Yeah, for sure.
A question I want to have for you is, so how long you been in the whole acting scene, in the whole environment?
Well, I want to say about over 15, almost 20 years,
Yeah,
off and
yeah.
on. Since I was a kid, I always did little things or whatever. But honestly, I just had little dilemmas in my life, like everybody, go up and down, and I did from everything from being a personal trainer at a gym to DJ to everything between or whatever. And I got to meet some good people like Big Boy from Power 106.
Oh
and,
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? The Baker
Yeah.
Boys and
Oh,
you
the
know
Baker
all that
Boys,
good
hell
stuff.
yeah.
And I had some good friends. You know,
That's
that,
tight.
yeah, gave me a lot of juice, and I just kept on in and out, stepping my foot in the acting thing a little bit, but getting everywhere else. And then on top of that, I'm a hustler, so like I sell cars for a living. I mean,
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. You know how to present yourself and all that. I want to go back to what you said like earlier. You said like how someone kind of just saw you and was like, "Hey, would you want to do this?" Like kind of like just by the way you looked.
yeah.
Like how much of that goes into the acting field? Because I feel like a lot of people get discovered just by the way they look, and then it just so happens they actually got skills too. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a hit or a miss. Like you see somebody and they're like, "Man, he looks like he'd be good on camera, but can he act?" You know what I mean? Like, but have you seen a lot of that in your field?
A little bit, but you know what? I always get typecasted like the villain guy, the bad guy, drug dealer, the guy's gonna rob you or whatever.
Gangster.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of people look at me, they're like, "Oh, you ain't got no tattoos or whatever this time," but it really don't matter when you're on set. My whole face has been blasted out. You know what I mean? I was like on this movie with the guy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And I was in a prison
that's
scene,
my show.
and my whole face is all tatted down. So
Oh dang.
it's pretty sick.
That's
They
what's up.
transformed me pretty good.
Yeah. Do you want to get out of that realm? Like you know how like they kind of always want you to play the villain, but do you like, man, I could play that and I could play other things too? Is that something you kind of want to branch out more? Or
Well, to be honest with you,
you like playing the villain?
Yeah, I met a lot of villains.
He's like, yeah.
Well, what happened is I met a lot of villains, in the industry or whatever. Even now, like a guy named Caesar and all the guys that are doing it or whatever. But I don't know, just Danny Trejo, he's the man.
Hey, that's
he's
ever since
legend.
I'm saying the last 5 years I've been blessed to like have a little connection with him, and I meet him in the events and we talk, and he's really a sweetheart. And that's what he lived off all his life. Now he's trying to change up and trying to do like little kid stuff and everything.
Yes,
but
sir.
for
Yeah.
the most part, he admitted it. So he did that. So he inspires me. And when I meet him in person all the time, he has nothing but kind words, and he got a humble heart. I think he's one of the most humble guys I met in the industry besides Emilio Rivera. So I'm not forgetting you.
And Danny Trejo has one of the best stories.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't an actor at all. He had a big criminal record, bro. Like he was
He had
like,
a past.
well, he's an ex-convict. You know what I mean? And I don't think he started acting until he was like in his 40s or something, bro.
I think a little earlier.
Or
than
earlier?
that.
Yeah. Because I same thing. I think they just kind of looked at him like, hey man, you'd be good in a movie,
Well,
But now look at him now.
Well, I think I learned a long time ago, and I got inspired by his story also, is that you got to see a lot of people, they forget, especially when they get up high or whatever, they forget about the people in the bottom of the totem pole,
Yes.
And they get a little cocky or whatever, they get all ooh, and they forget that sometimes that guy right there is going to be somebody, so he can help you out in the long run, And I guess Danny Trejo, he was like a boxer, really good boxer, Golden Gloves. And I guess he was on set one time in Runaway Train, I guess it was, or whatever. And I guess a director, producer, somebody knew him from this tattoo because he has that real tattoo in his chest. And he was like, hey, you were Golden Gloves. We need a guy to fill in for a boxing scene. Come on, Danny. Like, show him what's up. And bam, that's how he got
Man, he's a
started,
legend, bro. Like
And I love
some
that
of
dude,
like some of my favorite movies, he's in there.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I seen Heat and
was
he's in
in
there.
it? Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah, for
He's
sure.
in
Remember that one.
Blood in, Blood Out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he in a
Desperado when he throws the knife.
Desperado, yeah.
Machete.
Machete,
Yeah.
yeah.
Machete
Well, he was the leading
Okay.
role in that one.
Okay, well, what you know about Mi Vida Loca, though?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in there?
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah.
He's in the
What?
park scene. Yeah.
There's
See?
nothing but icons
Yeah.
in there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
Okay,
lot.
you tell me who didn't have just one line in that movie, do you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know
Those
who
are the
had
best-
only one line in there?
Was it him?
Selma Hayek.
Oh, in that movie?
Bravo! That's all she said in the movie. Yeah.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I know, like, I know he's in that movie with Salma Hayek and Desperado, too.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's a movie that really blew her up, too,
Yeah.
man. But that's
An
tight, man. Yeah.
American Me.
American Me. Yeah,
And
he's
then
in that.
Much love to Panchito Gomez because he's my
Yes.
bro, you know what I mean? For
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
He's an icon too, and
Yeah.
I love that guy. He has a heart of gold.
Yeah, that's dope. What I've been seeing lately is a lot of the rise of the Chicano filmmakers and actors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you say that's been going on right now, or has that been going on? It's just barely getting shine, or do you see
I
like
think it's barely getting shine. We're getting better roles because a lot of guys are older in the industry. If you notice that, been doing it for a while. Even like I like to give shout outs to everybody because they deserve it. And I'm one of those kind of guys. I don't try to be like, oh, me. you know. But there's a lot of stepping stools, like I tell you, you know, Danny Trejo and LG, you know. I mean, he worked with Denzel Washington. A lot of people that, you know, were Hispanic or raza, and they were really pushing it, and they were shining the whole time. But now everybody's starting to kind of get more of the recognition. They
Getting
open
noticed.
doors for other people, you know.
Yeah, I know, man. Shoot, like to get into the film industry, what's the struggle, bro? Because I know that it's one of the most competitive, one of the most like hardest business you can get into. Like what's the struggle like for a beginning actor? And let's just say Chicano actor. Let's just break it down. Like what do you think some of the obstacles right there and then?
You know, it's funny. I've been, like I tell you, I've been acting for about 20 years, but I say 5 of those years recently, I've been pushing it hard. Like I've been on the Steve Harvey show, I've been on the Doctor show, I've been on, I was even on Judge Mathis show. Like I'm on everything, you know. I mean, my agent, I got a pretty good agent. He pushes me, you know. And but lately, it's been rough. Like now, especially after the strike, sometimes it's not that it's hard to get work, but everybody thinks because you're the big SAG thing or whatever that you're gonna get that big paycheck all the time, and you can do all the big roles. And it's like yesterday, I just had a mad dogging kind of. I'm not supposed to say too much, but kind of like whatever kind of role with Nicolas Cage yesterday. It was a good little role.
I seen that on social, bro.
Yeah, and
That's huge,
Yeah.
man.
it was amazing, man, to see him. You know what I mean? And he's such a sweet artist, cool people.
Yeah. He seems like a cool. He's one of those dudes that like on camera he plays all these interesting characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't
sometimes he
figure
plays
him
like
out.
an asshole. Sometimes he plays
Yeah.
like a weird dude. But I'm like, I bet you he's like a real cool dude though. Like he
yeah,
always
yeah.
seemed like he was like that.
He seemed pretty humble, you know, and pretty chill. Like he already been there, done that. So he's like, I got nothing to prove, you know.
Yeah, heck yeah. Oh man, that dude's worked with some of the best, bro. Some of the best films.
Yeah,
I remember
Face
Face
Off.
Off, bro.
Yeah,
Face
that
Off,
was a good one.
That's the one. That's
hard,
the
bro.
one.
Con Air.
Yes.
Oh man,
The Rock.
On Air, The Rock.
Yeah.
He's done it all. He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
an icon. He's like, I think nobody's bigger than him. Maybe they're as big as him, like Tom Cruise. And go
Yeah.
on and on.
Yeah,
and
he's
on.
up there with the Tom
Yeah.
Cruise and all that for
Yeah,
sure.
but I don't think nobody's bigger than him.
So you just brought up the with the SAG strike. You know what I mean? Like how much like work hasn't came out because of that strike? Because I know that there was so many films that were supposed to drop, but they didn't because of the strike and all that. But like, how much has that impacted the whole industry, bro? Like, is it still like on pause, or is it still kind of like getting? Is it getting there?
It's getting there. It's getting there. It's just the only thing. Like I tell you, it's hard with the competition because the bigger names get everything kind of first, you know, and then even our actors are trying hard to get little roles and, you know, little speaking lines. I got some decent little speaking lines, but, you know, but a supporting actor where you're constantly, you know, getting those roles that do a big impact, it takes a while, you know, sometimes even for big actors, you know.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That is crazy. You know, one thing I wanted to ask you, bro, because like I always feel like this about the film industry. Like I feel like the black community has their top tiers. They got their Denzels, they got their Morgan Freemans, they got their Don Cheadles, and then
Cheetos.
and then they got
Smith.
and then like the white community's got the Tom Hanks, the Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
Yeah, that's true.
What about the Chicano community? Who is our top tier guys, or do we even have any?
Well, I don't know. Like I tell you, there's the regular names, you know, that a little bit of OLG, but really like more like Emilio Rivera, Danny Trejo, Edward James Olmos,
Yes.
and you know, like those are all the real icons that everybody pretty much knows, and they are kind of out there for the community. You know, all the other ones are a little bit undercover. They kind of like they're hard to.
They do
Luis
their own thing.
Luis Guzman.
Yeah.
I was blessed to meet him before. He's a really good dude too, and you know he's a stand-up guy, so for sure.
I feel like we need more, man.
Yeah, we do.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we need to get those Oscar like actors. Well, I mean, all those actors are great actors, but we need to start getting those like Oscar roles. You know what I mean? For Chicano, like Latinos and stuff like that. Because, like I said, the black community they got theirs. They got their Denzels. They're the white community. And I'm like, man, what about us, man? Like, we got to start, like really getting those real serious leading roles so we can really get put on.
And
you
it
know,
trips
and
me out.
Latinas too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
for
we
sure.
definitely need that.
And it trips me out because there's been some good movies that I think are really impactful that could really, they should have done more than what they did. For some reason, like even I mean things that started like I tell you from Blood In Blood Out, Jesse Borrego, I love you, Doug, you already know, and a lot of people like that should have honestly they should have got awards or something, and not just okay, you're a great actor, thank you,
Yeah.
and that's what a lot of Hispanics are getting, just a pat in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, go on to the next movie.
That's what I feel like. That's what I
Yeah.
feel like it is. I'm like, man, you guys did good, but
Like, how hard do we have to work in the
Yeah, I'm
industry?
like, damn,
Yeah.
bro. Because you know what movie was the bomb to me is one of my favorites, Mi Familia.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
for
you know
sure.
what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Jesse
No,
that's
Borrego
good.
and
Edward James Olmos, Jennifer Lopez, Jacob
yeah,
Vargas,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Jimmy Smits.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And he's another one that should be a top tier, bro.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was in Star Wars, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
We got
telling you,
Latino, we got
Yeah.
Chicanos in Star Wars in the galaxy right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In Star Wars, bro. But that's what I'm saying. Like that movie, I was like, man, this movie's so good.
Yeah,
And it should have got like something,
That's
bro.
what I'm talking about.
Like either like cinematography or some actors,
something, or
supporting actors,
heartfelt movie or something.
something, bro.
Yeah,
Like, because
that's-
I watched that movie and I'm like, man, this movie's so good, man. But there's a lot of those, bro. Selena was a really good movie too. I thought
Yeah.
that was
So
dope.
it was a good one.
La Bamba.
yeah,
you know,
oh,
Richie
yeah,
Valens?
yeah,
Richie Valens, bro.
Richie Valens?
Not my Richie.
Yeah, that was a touching movie. I grew up on that right there for sure.
Yep.
Bob, you know what I mean? Like Isa Morales.
Yeah.
Like
He is cool. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Like,
see, he's been around forever,
yeah,
bro.
I
And
met
he's
him.
been
He was a
doing
humble
some,
guy too.
Yeah.
I met him before. He's a
and he
nice
does
guy.
some really good roles, man. Like, I really like his stuff. But like, man, those guys, man, it's just so many, bro.
Yeah,
It's so
for real.
many. I just feel like there's such a hurdle, bro. Like I know everybody likes to talk about like different cultures, like the black community. I know they have. So do we, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So do we. That's what I
Right.
see.
yeah.
Oh, right there.
We're right there, and I feel like we're like even limited more. You know what I mean?
for sure. I mean, like I tell you, we're not getting the recognition, but we keep on pushing. It is what it is. There's a good friend of mine I met that I've been friends with. He's done a lot of stuff in the industry, and his name's Vince Romero, and he's one of them that he never stops, and he's always trying to do big things for the community and stuff. And he tries to. I like him because he tries to include everybody in the community, and he doesn't just go for the big A actors and be like. He could if he wanted to, but he gives everybody a chance, and I like that about him.
Opportunity, man.
Yeah.
And now that you bring that up, collaboration is the big thing, because then that's where you get to meet a lot of people,
Yeah, yeah.
collaborating, getting to know
Networking.
meet people, networking.
Yeah, we all gotta help each other pretty much,
So you're pretty much saying that's a big part of like the industry, right? Is collaborating.
I mean, it ain't
with each
about
other,
what you
doing-
know, it's about who you
Yeah.
know.
Yes.
A little bit, yeah, but it's also about I think opening up. You know what I mean? Like I tell you, a lot of people have closed projects, and they're pretty much the same old faces, the same old. Okay, let's do a thing, and you just see the same old guys, which is cool. But you gotta kind of like give
Wanna
the
see new
smaller guy a
faces.
chance.
Yeah.
New faces, because there's a lot of talent out there.
So many,
For
man.
sure, yeah. So
Like our
much.
very own DJ Joel's.
He's been in
Yes.
in what, a couple of movies too.
Yeah, well, we did. I did a couple independent films a few years ago. That was time of my life, bro.
Yeah.
I loved it. And then we even sat down and we wrote down like 3 movie scripts ourselves.
Yeah.
And that was tight too, man. I really want to get that going again. But I was an extra in Straight Outta Compton,
No, that's cool.
and, and it was same thing, bro. I went there for the concert scenes. You know what I mean, for being in the crowd.
Yeah.
And you know how we're out there and everybody's like eating lunch, waiting for the director.
yeah.
And then some guy comes out with a clipboard and some headphones, and he's like, "You two," it was me and my homeboy.
Yeah.
"Come here, you guys." I'm
Yeah.
like, what we do, And we go over there, and he goes, "Hey," he goes, "You guys want to be in a scene? It's a protest scene."
Yeah.
I guess is when they were like protesting NWA's music.
Yeah.
So they were like, all right. So they said, stand here and hold these signs up. So we're right
Yeah.
there saying, no NWA.
And that's another thing I want to point out. A lot of people don't give background performers too much props the way they should. But almost every actor I know been there, and they've been in a scene like doing this with no lines. So I mean, they're all like, "Oh, no, I'm up here, so now I don't mess with the background performers." It's like, bro, you were there. You're like, come on.
You were there at one point.
Yeah, at one point you were there. So
mean,
just relax and
Don't close doors for the smaller people.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like we're all trying to climb the ladder. Some get lines and and some don't. But we're all trying to get there. We're all in the same industry.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
For
see,
sure.
and that sucks too, because like you said, it's all about who you know, right?
Well, yeah. Well, like that was just being in the right place at the right time.
That one right
Because
there.
everybody was like over there trying to get a sandwich, and me and the homie
He's over there.
and me and the homie were just standing over here,
Yeah.
and the guy goes, "You two, come here,"
over here.
and we're like, "Oh, all right,"
Hey,
like we were in the right spot.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that happens a lot. You know what I mean? And that's what happened when I got into this independent film. I literally was just, I think he might have been there, but it was me and all our cousins and everything like that. And then the guy came because he wanted to get music, because we do music.
Yeah.
He wanted to get music for the soundtrack for this film he was doing.
Yeah.
And he kept looking at me, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at me and looking at me and looking at me. And I'm like, what is this fool? Probably about to get jumped, about to get stomped out, bro.
Get
You
beat
know what I'm
up.
saying? Like, you don't know where he's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then later on, he approached me and goes, hey, bro, I need you in this film.
That's
And
cool.
he went home and he rewrote the script
That's it.
so I could be in it. And I was like, what? But it was just because I was there.
Yeah, and
I was
so
in the right place at the right time.
Especially now with technology and stuff, it's getting a little point where you gotta be on things and you gotta see where the projects are at. Hit up the director. You gotta be on things like a lot because everybody is, you know, and
Right.
everybody's on it. Like, you know, I know you guys probably already know, but I was like on a State Farm commercial, you know.
Yes, sir.
And,
Yeah, that was dope.
man.
That was dope. Funny, man.
And I got really taken care of that, and you know, it kind of sprang at me or whatever. And to be honest with you, there was like 50,000 people going for the same role, and they look at it like, okay, it's you know, just a wrestler or whatever. But I mean, I'm saying State Farm, regardless, you know what I mean? But there was like 50,000 people. From 50,000 people, it went down to 5,000 people, and then for 5,000, I got blessed. There was 5 people left, and I was so into my character, and you know, you got to be dedicated. That there was actually no parking like outside of the building, so I parked like in Hollywood, like 5 blocks down, right, where I could find parking. And the day before, mind you, I worked out for like 3 days straight, dieting, everything, whatever, right? And I had a buddy that made me a mask. So I put on a mask and I walked with no shirt and a little grease stuff, whatever, you know what I mean? And I walked all the way for 5 blocks, all the way to this audition, my final audition, because I was so focused, you know? And I was in my zone, and I had everybody, you know, it's Hollywood, so anything happens, you know? And people were pulling me over like, hey, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? I had like 30 people pull over and just, can I get a picture kind of deal? Until I got to my actual audition. And even then, you know, everybody was auditioning. There was different people around, just sitting there focused. And bam, I got it after, you know, 5 people left. You know, some tall, some big. That shows you in the industry that there's a part for everybody.
Right.
You know, and I want to inspire everybody about that.
Yeah, that's
it's
dope.
not that, oh, you have to be 6 feet tall or you got
Or a
to be
certain
Mr.
age.
Good-looking. Yeah. You know,
There's a
something
role for everybody.
Exactly. There's a role for everybody.
And what was that?
for
You were
sure.
playing a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Man, you should have went for that role, fool.
Nacho Libre.
Yeah, you should have did it, fool.
Oh, man. There was my
It would have been competition right there.
Yeah.
It would have came down to you two.
Lucha
Right there.
Libre.
Oh man, that's coming. Hey, it's a friendly podcast right here.
Yeah.
We're like,
Straight tag team, huh?
little belly
That would've
fat,
been
little
dope.
belly.
You got the baby oil, oil them up. You know what I'm saying?
How did they call me Big Sexy?
Big oil. Call 'em baby oil.
Canola oil.
That's tight,
Oh,
man.
man.
That's tight. So that commercial, that's already out, right?
That's out already.
Yeah, because I
what's up.
seen it, and it was that played for like that Super Bowl time.
No, that's a different one.
Which one was that?
That's a different one. That one, it was pretty rough to do that one because it was in downtown LA in an alley, and you know we had
Hood.
the homies right there, and everybody like kind of wanted to get on set and everything. So it was a little intimidating, especially I was playing a cop. So you know what I mean. That's already a rough one already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm in the streets, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, this fool or is he acting? Like, I'm just an actor. Bro. But
It's crazy.
yeah, it was for a good organization. I really like what it represented, and it's called He Gets Us.
Okay.
And basically, it's like a Christian organization. They run to a little bit of drama here and there because they pay so much money to get this thing on the Super Bowl, you know, and some people don't agree with it, but it is what it is. But it's trying to show a message that we're all even. And at the end, so I'm a cop. I'm like washing your feet on this thing. It's like photo stills. And I'm washing the feet of like a little thug kid or whatever, you know. And at the end, it says, God didn't teach hate. He washed feet. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And,
I've seen that one.
yeah.
That's dope.
And it was right before halftime, before the Usher, you know, halftime show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's prime time,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. I had a little party.
That's
and
the money
everything,
time right
yeah,
there.
Yeah, that was
What's
a
up?
big thing for me.
That's
But
sick.
I was in a Rihanna video last year too.
Oh, really?
wow.
On the Super Bowl too. Remember when Rihanna was
Oh,
on it?
yeah.
It's still on Apple. It's still on Apple Music right now.
Okay.
So I've been trying. I've been trying to push it. There,
And also Fuerza.
Yeah,
Regida?
Fuerza Regida. I
oh yeah,
to say right now.
Fuerza Regida.
Dang.
I've been on.
There's another one. There's another guy that was on there with you.
Oh yeah. Oh, Scar.
He's the one that has like, was it like bullhorns or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
he was at the back in the day concert
Oh,
too.
yeah?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
So, everybody tries to do their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And not competition. They're just everybody has their own little space, their own respect. And that's how I go at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's room for everybody in this business, and there's no reason for me to hate on the next man, and I don't think nobody should hate on me.
Yeah.
And there's room, I mean, if anything, I should look at you and be proud.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, my Hispanic brother, you doing it? I'm proud of you that there's white, Mexican, black, and the Mexican. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at least you're paving the way for the next generation.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys should be motivating each other.
Yeah, exactly. That's when it comes down to it. I ain't got no hate for nobody. I just keep on pushing and doing my thing. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at.
Yeah, the acting field is tough, man.
It is. It's tough.
It really is, And I feel like it's one of those things, kind of like a club. Like once you get in, you're not just in. You got to work to stay in, bro.
Man, it's not just that.
It's nonstop.
Sometimes, like yesterday, I was on set for like 15 hours in the burning hot sun, all dehydrated because I'm Mr. Brave guy. I'm not going to drink water. And then I'm like, hanging in there, But it's like sometimes people don't know what these things take to do it. Even one scene will take you, it's 5 hours over and over and over. But it's just, that's the business, It is what it is. And now on top of that, I'm trying to do, like little podcasts, and then I'm doing this content creating. I got into this thing that's called Creators Inc. I got blessed for sure with all my Creators Inc. family. They're all, good people, and they invited me into the family pretty much. And they got like mansions and stuff or wherever you can go and content create. And they help the community a lot. And they help me do giveaways. I don't know if people have seen my thing, but
well, that's what I was gonna bring up. I've been seeing that on your stuff. Like that's what separates, a lot of actors too. Is when they're out there doing their thing, they're trying to get put on, but at the same time, how many of them are giving back at the same time? Yeah. And I like that about you because like I see you in the streets, like literally in the streets. Like even like during the protest stuff, I see you doing your thing, and then just outreach stuff. You know what I mean? Like we're all about outreach. Queen G. Nesto, me, like this is what we do out here. We give back all the time.
Yeah, I got inspired by Polly. I got a lot of love for Polly's project, and he goes in the streets of LA and Skid Row, and he just goes nitty gritty down to the camps and to the tents right there, and he gets, hey, you need some food, need some water. He does that kind of stuff, and I really inspired. I get inspired by that, and since I don't always have time to do all that. Because his schedule and my schedule don't, get together. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So I do my own thing, and I try to give back anyways. Like, I was on 7 Days In. I don't know if you guys heard of Kai Cenat. Of course, everybody knows who Kai Cenat is. Kai Cenat is. He's the biggest influencer in the world out of Twitch.
Yeah.
And recently, he got arrested, which is, I give him props anyways. He went to New York. And he gave everybody an Apple PlayStation, you know what I mean? And they created a riot. It was crazy. It came out in the news, everything. But before that, he was already full. He was already huge. He was doing a lot of things with Nicki Minaj and a lot of things, But he did this project. It was called 7 Days In. And basically, we were in jail for 7 days.
Oh, yeah.
And they had like 300,000 people watching us. Every move we did. From showering to eating to sleeping, everything in between. I couldn't even be on my phone because, I kind of snuck my phone in and they gaffled me out. I was talking to my wife or whatever. And hey, the essays have a phone. The essays have a phone. They came in, gaffled us up, And Scar was he was my cellie or whatever. And then the homie Kauai, he was a couple cells down. And there was only like 3 Latinos. That's it. Everybody else is pretty much black or white.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's big things for me, you know what I mean? And I'm proud about all that, regardless. So,
Yeah, you got humble beginnings, man. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes you want to reach out because you kind of relate. You relate to a lot of things you see. That's like a lot of reason why we do it. Because us growing up, we didn't see a lot of outreach from like the way it is now. We see a lot of it now.
Yeah.
But back then, growing up, we didn't really see a lot of it.
Yeah.
So that makes us want to like elevate it and bring it. You know what I mean? Like Ernesto was saying, like collaborating with other people who do it too. Makes it even more impactful. It's just like contagious. It just keeps going and going.
Exactly, and I do it just because I want to, like to do big things and help the community. It's not because everybody thinks like, okay, I do all this right here because I want to, take care of myself. Like, life is short.
Good.
Yeah,
So
there's
you want
nothing
to
wrong
look
with
good,
that.
you want to feel, but it's not that I'm blinging in, I'm rich, and I'm trying to show off. I'm just trying to give a little love back to society, and so. My wife helps me brainstorm a lot and come up with things, and I was like, you know what? Why else? How else could I do it? I just, I'm gonna hop in my car, do a live or a story, and tell everybody, hey, if you find me, I'll take care of you.
I've seen that.
And that's how I do it. I just started giving away $100 bills, and people were actually watching this because a lot of people are in need.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for the people that want to I couldn't just like, oh, I'm gonna sell you money. I can't do all that, but. But if you find me, it's like The Price is Right. You know what I mean? You gotta win the prize.
Come on down.
They gotta call your name.
Come on down. You know what I mean? So if they find me, I was like, hey, I'll hook you up. But I got some other big projects with giveaways coming up soon. So
Hey, keep
watch
us
out for me.
tapped in,
yeah.
bro.
Hey,
We'll help you
hey.
support it.
Yep.
I'm out to hit you before you do that, so you let me know your first location.
All right, there you go.
You see Ernesto.
Where you gonna be at?
He's
Where
gonna be
you gonna
oiled
be
up
at,
like the
man?
wrestler out there, the State Farm wrestler.
I'm gonna have a bunch of clothes in the back in my trunk, and I'm gonna switch clothes every time. I found you.
And then talking about outreach, we're going to be doing, would you want to talk to him about the July 20th event?
July 20th out here, Maverick Stadium, Atlanta Stadium, where we did the Back in the Day concert. We're gonna do an event out there for the kids. It's a back to school event.
Nationwide.
We're not doing it nationwide,
him.
but I think he might come through though to support End Up.
And let me tell you, not to change the subject, but that guy got some skills too.
He-
He was
yeah.
on Sam's Cry.
Yeah, man,
don't
I
know if you
seen
guys
him,
seen that
bro.
movie?
I was watching Hulu. I was watching Hulu one
Okay,
time.
there's a movie that came out, Sam's
Yeah,
Cry.
and I seen him in some stuff. But that's the homie, man.
He
Yeah.
did good. He did good. I'm
Yeah,
proud
yeah.
of- That's my little brother right there.
Yeah, and
for
I think
sure.
End Up's gonna be in a lot more films in the future too, because he has the hustle, he has the drive. You know what I mean? And he's got the look too. Like he look like he can play all kinds of different roles.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
shout out to End Up nationwide.
That's right.
But yeah, we're doing an
does.
event on the same stadium, and we're just giving out free backpacks,
Cool.
free school supplies. Everything's free that whole day, bro.
Okay,
And
I
we-
got
we-
something else to add to that.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah, for
All
sure.
right. Yeah, for sure. Well, we've been doing it for this is like our 6th one, I think.
Nice.
And every year it gets bigger and bigger, bro. I think last year it was like over 1,600 kids, bro,
Wow, that's
that we
nice.
gave back. But it's a dope event. Like that one, we're getting excited for that one
Was it-
because that one's gonna be big. You know,
Wasn't it? Then we run out of backpacks, and we had to
Right.
go buy backpacks.
ran out of backpacks, so we had to send like 5-10 different people to go to Walmart, and
Walmart,
buy
buy
a
a
bunch
bunch
Did
of
you guys
backpacks.
talk to Polly's project or no?
No.
Oh, you should hit him up.
Yeah,
He
for
does the
sure.
same
Yeah,
kinda
we
deal.
might have to plug in with that.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, anything helps. You know how it is. Like,
Yeah.
and we don't ask for like large donations and anything, bro.
Yeah,
Even if they
yeah.
want to come bring a case of waters or
Yeah,
something,
I'm the
like,
same way. I do this all on my own. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you know, anything is cool. Even just showing up
Yeah.
means a lot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I got a lot of people who come, and even if they couldn't support like money wise, just them just being there. Sometimes they'll show up and say, "Hey, let me help out, handing out some backpacks or handing out some
Yeah.
waters." And it's like, man, I'm not a picky person. Like I appreciate everything that comes our way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
any
for
any
sure.
help is helpful. You mean?
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
help.
Oh, for sure, bro. For sure. You
Yeah,
know?
and everybody appreciates everything. You know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that helps out. You know,
Yeah.
That's all it's about, doing stuff, and that's what a lot of people ain't doing. They're like, "Oh, okay, I did my part. I got offset. Okay, but do that rest. You know what I mean? Don't just
Yeah.
be content with what you're
And-
doing. You know.
And like my
Life is
boss,
short.
and like my boss says, I mean, shout out to D at
Hey.
Caposio. My boss says, keep on doing what you're doing. Somebody's watching you. Somebody's seeing what you're doing. I mean, you might not get recognized right away, but eventually somebody's gonna see it, and they're gonna recognize you, and you're gonna become big.
It's great.
I mean, all that community stuff,
Yeah.
it's big.
I see that. But at the same time, like, to me, honestly, like, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and you gotta have a conscience. You know what I mean? And that's what, like, I tell you again, a lot of people forget, because they get up here and they forget that the community still needs help, or you still gotta be in the community, you still gotta do things for the people. And,
Right.
And people forget about that. So
Yeah,
same
yeah.
play, we're all there been there, done that. You know what I mean? So I feel the same way. I'm like, I've been there, done that. So now that I'm a little bit more blessed, I try to bless a little. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt me. You know, of course you gotta take care of the finances, but you know, as long as everything's good, you know, I could spare a little 500-600. You know, and just do what you do. You know, and go there. You know, go like
For
that.
sure. What do you think about like the downfalls of doing stuff like that? Because like I always think about like Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like our rest in peace Nipsey Hussle, but like him, he blew up. He was doing his thing, and then he went back to the hood, started giving back, and look what happened to him. A lot of people say like, man, like do what you gotta do to get it out, you know, to make it out the hood. You know, not saying don't go back, but like sometimes they say like, man, it could be a bad thing too. You know what I mean? Or do you think it depends on how you put yourself out there, or like what do you think about that?
That's kind of controversial subject, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But I pretty much think that, for me, for example, I just try to represent the community. You know, like I don't try to be like, hey, I'm a homie and I'm from this hood.
Right.
Because I might come back and bite you in the ass. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and that's
real.
You play with the, you know, with a sword is gonna bite you. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And I don't know if I'm saying it right, but you know, like.
Yeah, I feel you.
And that's Nipsey was in the game, you know. So
yeah, he represented.
Yeah, so it wasn't just that he was part of the community and that's it.
That's true. He represented a whole other side of it too.
That's what I'm saying, and that's
true.
Yeah, and that's gonna come back and bite you, you know. And I'm not trying to do all that. I'm not saying that I don't, you know, take care of mines, but I don't try to throw it out there. I'm from this hood, or I'm from these homies, or you know, I'm just kind of a neutral dude, just in the industry trying to make it. And I'm just Latino. That's all I know. That's all I can say for sure. You know, and I'm just supporting other people and supporting myself, and I'm trying to always support. That's what it's mostly about.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Forget.
Let's clap to that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's good. That's good right there. It's always good having that just support, man.
You know what I mean? And that's what we need to. That's the base of the rock of everything.
Yeah,
you know?
we need more people like that.
We all need to, you know, like even to take time to like inspire somebody and give them a tap in the back and say, hey, you're doing good. I like your work, or a little like on Instagram, because this is a thing now. Everybody, you know, like, you know, you guys are trying hard, even with this podcast and everybody, and everything, you know, and I appreciate that. You know, even calling me up here and you know, it helps me. We help each other, and that's a nice thing. I love that. You know what I mean? For sure. Yeah.
Oh, for sure, and we appreciate it too.
Yeah.
So earlier, when we introduced you. So you're going to be directing the film soon?
Oh, all right. You let that one out. All right. Well, all right.
Exclusive.
Right now, I'm. It's on the low. I'm not supposed to be talking about it too much, but I'm actually writing a book. And
there we
it's gonna
go.
Be a very touching book, and I got some good plans and good little deal with Barnes and Noble, and it's gonna get out there, you know, for sure. So when I'm done with it, it's the next thing. At the same time, I'm writing a script, and I have a production company that's going to help me out, and they have a lot of movies on Netflix already, and I already got a couple good actors that already got on the chart, ready to, you know, hop aboard, which is cool. With that, you know, like Noel G, you know, he's giving me a little help on this film, which is cool. I appreciate him for that, because he's huge to me.
Dope.
You know, and he could be like, I don't mess with the small people, but he still gives everybody a chance, and that's cool.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Panchito Gomez, you know. That's another one I got love for. He's like an amazing person. He's a kid actor. He was on Sesame Street. I mean, what more you want to say about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and he could be just like everybody else, like, oh, don't touch me, I'm too big. That dude, he'll give you his shirt off his back. You know, he's just cool with everybody. He's just very humble dude, you know. And then, you know, Mi Vida Loca, you know, some people from there, you know, and Vero, you know, she's real cool, and the other homegirl. And it's just so many people that are, you know, giving me love. So when that movie comes out, I'm going to try to use some main actors, but at the same time, I don't want to lose my basic fam, you know what I mean? My people that I know, and I want to use them at least in background and give them a little taste of what it is, you know what I mean? So at least they could at least say one day, hey, I was in that film, you know, hey, that's me right there dancing, raising my hands, even if he didn't say anything, you know what I mean? I'm trying to include
it's dope, man. I know, like, when I was in that Straight Outta Compton movie, I could say that.
Yeah.
I was like, because that was the biggest movie when that came out, and I was like, man, I'm in there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm in there. I'm in there for like 2 seconds.
Exactly.
But I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
and,
cool.
And that's why I like to do that, you know, because at the end of the day, and this is for everybody, you know, life is short, you know.
It is.
And,
Live it
I
up,
mean,
man.
notice it, yeah, live it up
Live
to
it
the
up.
fullest. Because later one day you're going to be
Experience
in your 70s and 80s, and when you turn around, you're going to be like, at least you can share with your kids or with your family and be like, hey, I did this. I was influenced by that. And I did this project and that project. So that's what it's all about, you know, when it comes down to it.
So don't forget this when you have that backyard boogie scene in your movie.
Never.
We got
Hey,
DJ
we'll be there.
Jewels and DJ Nessa and
I
Queensy.
did,
And
you know, we
Oh,
DJ,
DJ
you know what I'm
Fuego.
saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah, that's what's up. You were talking about like directing and all that. What do you like more? You like being in front of the camera or behind the camera? Or right, like, just like behind the scenes in general.
Well, see, what a lot of people don't know about me, I'm kind of a perfectionist, right? You know, I don't really throw it out there, but in my pastime, I don't do it for the money. I just do it because I'm a thinking person, you know? And I play chess at a major level, right? A lot of people don't
There
know
we
that,
go.
right? I play in a whole nother level, like people can't touch me, like master level. You
Like
know?
real chess?
Yeah, like
Oh,
real
okay.
chess. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
not the-
what?
Not checkers,
Yeah.
everybody, but
Oh,
chess.
okay, yeah.
Chess,
So-
not checkers.
Time
Yeah,
chess.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I play dominoes, I play chess, and I play poker. You know,
Oh,
like,
damn.
We're
Texas
gonna play a
Hold'em,
little
right?
round
Hey,
of
well, we gotta
dominoes.
take you to Vegas, G. We'll
Let's
go
do
over
this.
there
You
and
already
let's
know,
see what
you
we come
already
up with. You know,
This is my second home. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But at the same time, I'm a real critical person. So what happens when I'm on set? I'm really I try not to say too much because it's not my piece to say it sometimes. But I don't want to throw the movie out there. But yesterday, it really got me upset because I'm a detailist. You know, I'm attention to detail. And they were actually playing chess. Okay, everybody had a board. There was a bunch of actors and this and that. We did all this, about 5 hours worth of it. And they had all this equipment. They had all these things, whatever. And then at the end, I'm like, who set up that chessboard? They're like, why?
It's wrong.
It doesn't even make sense. It was wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the white on the right, and they had it on the left the
Oh,
whole
see.
time. So it didn't even
Yeah,
look
see,
right.
someone who knows it
Yeah.
could tell little things like that. Us,
Yeah.
we'll be like, oh, that's what's up. But
Or
like,
it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
check this out.
bro,
Another
checkmate.
one.
No,
I'm
yeah.
gonna, I'm gonna throw another guy underneath the bus. I'm gonna throw another example, right? I was on the show, huge show, with the Big Show. Remember the Big Show?
Yeah.
Wrestler?
The Big Show.
Okay, well, I was with them, right? We're doing that thing. I don't like to really clown him because he was a cool dude, but man, they spent so much money on this production, right? And you know, okay, you do what you do. Like me, I cut my own hair, whatever, you know. So I'm on set like this, and we're doing our thing, and then he's talking to everybody, and I'm looking, and okay, this way he shaves his own head, right? But I guess you forget those little hairs on the side of your hair. He had like a fur coat on the side of his head.
We're like Wolverine.
Yeah. And I was like,
saber tooth. Yeah, saber tooth out there.
yeah. and I'm like, you got all these makeup artists, all these hair.
And nobody tells them nothing.
Yeah, nobody's like, tell them something. You can let the homie go out like that. Like,
Let me buzz you up pretty quick, dog, before you miss a couple hairs.
Nah, he's from WWF. He's used to it.
Yeah.
So we're like, hell no, man, I can't do that. You know?
Yeah.
exactly, bro.
Damn.
So,
So you got that details. You got the eye for
Yeah.
directing and all that. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
Yes.
It's all about
you know,
attention to
and
detail, the
sometimes
little
me and
things.
the wifey will be there and we'll watch a movie, and then there's a couple movies I don't want to throw underneath the bus, but we'll see. the guy gets shot on one leg, and then when it's a different take, then it's on the other
Oh,
leg.
Man, that sounds like Cat Williams.
You remember that? Yeah, you remember that? You know what I mean? And a lot of stuff like that, you know. And
You're like, damn, did the bullet go through this leg and went out the other one?
Yeah,
When did that happen?
Yeah, now he's working on this one, and he got repaired from that one, like this, you know, a fast surgery or something. You know? But yeah, like,
Damn.
all the little critical things they make, you know, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Like, and especially like, you know, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect because I got a lot to learn, but there's just the basics, you know, even like the angle.
Yeah.
Like all these guys, I've seen some of their work, and they're like, "Oh, I'm charging $20,000 to, you know, to do filmatology and this." And that. I'm like, bro, your camera wasn't clear and the angle was horrible. Like, you know, in a lot of little clips that, you know, actors need to get more justified, and they don't. It's like, man, like, you know, and there's some other guys that just have awesome
Yeah.
work. So
And a lot of it is those details that the average person don't notice, but at the same
But
time,
at the same time, they do though.
they do.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was in high school, I had to take a drama class, right? And so they taught us like kind of like stage presence,
Yeah.
angles of how we stand.
Oh, that I did that.
Yeah,
I did that
like
shit.
if you notice, if you watch a sitcom, they're not like directly like this, or they never turn their back. Sometimes like they told us, I said, don't turn your back when you have a conversation. be like at this little slight
Oh, yeah,
angle.
there's always points where you're
Yeah,
supposed
there's
to stand
points,
there.
and they showed us points, and it helped me when I would perform music, because when I would do like performances, I kind of already knew what to do.
Exactly.
Like I already knew how to work the stage, go this way, not really turn my back like that, or like. But I learned that from like
Yeah.
acting classes.
And
You know
that's
what I mean?
And you know, either you got it or you don't.
Right,
Sometimes,
yeah,
'cause, you know,
exactly.
I mean, there's people that do plenty of acting classes. I've done a whole lot of acting classes and stuff. And sometimes, even the guys that are doing it don't even teach you right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like I tell you, just make sure that, you know, your opinion still counts and that you're clear minded and you don't just get brainwashed by people and be like, okay, that's what I do. You know, it's more like, hey, wait a minute, this ain't right here. Don't be afraid to speak out and be like, this is gonna ruin your whole movie. And sometimes the directors will be like, wow, I like that. He told me that, and all you guys right here didn't tell me nothing. You guys are getting paid millions of dollars to do this. So, you know, sometimes it's about that. Just a movie will be that much better when you have more people involved, brain wise. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's where I'm at.
If you have someone that is interested in getting into the acting field and they approach you for advice, what would be one of the first things you would tell them?
Well, you need to get experience. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of big actors that even did the same thing. And like Danny Trejo, he said before, do student films. You know, there's a lot of guys that are very talented and they come out of like all these huge, you know, like, you know, production companies and stuff that they learn from or whatever, and they do student films and stuff. And you know, so you go there, you get experience, then go to central casting. That's another big one. You do a lot of background work. Don't look down on it. Just stay focused, and that's just going to keep you up in the career, and you're just going to go uphill. Just stay focused and do things that related to that. You know? Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, I've been getting these texts on the central casting thing, like for like different shows coming up, Law and Order and stuff like that. And I'm like, I might start going to some of those.
Should.
Yeah.
Just 'cause- I mean, why not? I mean,
Good experience.
I mean, why
man.
not? Like I say, all they could do is tell you no, and that's fine.
That's the worst.
You know, and that's just part of the game.
And you know, I've found a lot of jobs from, you know, because I've been with Central Cast for like 7 years, you know. And when I was doing background, you just meet other people, and other people, oh, I got a movie, I got a project going on, and that's how you grow, you know.
Man, that's what's up, man. Well, we appreciate you coming, man. Like just by you just being here and just giving us those gems on, like, you know, the hustle, the whole get down of the acting industry and all that is dope. What could we be looking forward to, you know, projects from you coming up? You got anything that you can't talk about? We don't want to throw everything on the bus, bro, but anything like that, we'll be seeing you soon.
Like I tell you, I'm working on a movie right now. It's supposed to be in AMC theaters. It's pretty big.
Dope.
Nice.
There's a movie it's filming in Japan right now. I was able to throw my wife into the background stuff, whatever.
Tight.
It's called The Omnicron Killer.
Okay.
I'm a detective in it. Felissa Rose, Lynn Laurie, Bei Ling's in it. A lot of big actors. And that's playing actually right now in Japan, but it's gonna come over here. It got really popular over there. So a lot of, you know, it always takes a process.
Dope.
And I got another movie with Eric Roberts, you know, Julia Roberts' brother, and a lot of big actors in that that's coming out.
That's tight.
And a few other movies I'm in right now that are coming out. But you know, you guys could see me on a movie on I believe it's on Amazon Prime and Tubi. It's called Valerie's Bang Bang Betty, Valerie's Revenge.
Oh yes,
Okay.
I've seen that.
Part
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
And I'm a gangster in it, and it's a pretty good movie. Alex, he's the director of it. He does some amazing work, and he has some other good movies out there. So that's out there. My Mexican brother. Fight for Love. I'm sorry. Fight for Love. That's another one that's out there right now, and I got a good little part in that. And so, you know, they're all good little touchy movies I like, and are out right now that you can find me in. But
Dope, man. How about some social media stuff? Where can they follow you at? You got anything out there?
I got just G Money the Actor is really easy. You know, G Money the Actor. So,
Cool.
You can find me on Instagram. I started doing the TikTok thing and the Facebook thing, whatever. I'm just starting to get into the YouTube thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Because with this content creator stuff, a lot of content. So I'm trying to create stuff, but I'm trying to do real stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's guys that I want to work with that, like the professor. He's a basketball player. So pretty much, So
Dope, man. Well, we hopefully we could stay, connected, bro. You know what I mean? Like say, especially a lot of your outreach stuff, and like let's stay connected. Let's keep this thing going, especially like with the Chicano movement going on, like we just got done talking about with films and all that. Let's just continue to help each other out, and let's see what we can do, bro. You know what I mean?
And just like I tell you, look out for me. I got a lot of giveaways and stuff I'm gonna be doing on my own. Maybe I'm gonna give like a little gas giveaway. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
The carpool and go find them.
Yeah.
No. It's gonna
Pin
be
the
like,
location.
It's gonna be like, you my peeps. I'm gonna bless you. Pull up. You know what I mean?
Dope,
Oh,
man.
nice.
Well,
Fill
you
her
know
up,
what,
fill up
man?
the tank.
Well,
Nice.
let's clap it up for G
Yes.
Money,
All
man.
right.
Thank you so much for coming, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And man, it's a dope one, man. Hopefully we get more. This is why we made the show. We made the show for people like you, who are hustling, who are
Go
getters, and they're out there really and with a message, because you
Yeah.
got a message, bro, and that's a good thing that we really trying to spread it out. You know what I mean? Just that message out
I'm
there.
just trying to do my part. You know, I mean, I'm an insomniac. I sleep
Yeah.
3 hours a day. That's
Yeah,
all I
yeah,
need.
you're a
you know?
vampire and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The rest of the time, I'm always active. I'm always doing something, and
I know how that
I
is.
expect
Yeah.
the same for everybody. You know what I mean? If you want to stay up with me, that's what
Dope,
you gotta
man.
do.
Well, thank you for coming
Yes,
through, man, and stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.
Hey.